Hey you, what is up? How's it going? This is Kazi, your host for How to Earn 1K with Python with the Earn While You Learn method in less than 90 days. Even if you're a complete beginner right now and can't write a single line of code. Welcome to this webinar. I am excited to have you here. I'm also repping my Clever Programmer shirt, which is exciting. I love this, and I hope you guys are enjoying this new setup we have. We're gonna wait just about 1 to 2 minutes to make sure that we have everybody here before we get going. Below this video, you will see, hopefully if you're here live right now, you will see a group chat right now, and you should be able to talk with me, my team there. I won't be able to chat, reply directly, but my team is there. So if you have questions, feel free to shoot them in there, and we will answer them for you. We have Rachel who will answer them, and we have Mustafa who will answer them for you as well. Again, if you are just getting here, this is your host, Rafe Kazi, for How to Earn 1K with Python with the Earn While You Learn method in less than 90 days. Even if you're a complete beginner right now and can't write a single line of code, we will be getting started on this awesome webinar in about 1 minute, okay? Maybe even less than that. So definitely stick around. How are you guys doing today, and where is everybody coming in from? How are we doing? Okay, I see that we have a few people online already. And all right, at this point, I think we are going to be ready to go. All right, I hope that you're buckled in and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my screen so you can focus and pay attention. And yeah, and then if you have questions, please hold them and then ask them later in the question and answer segment. Okay, so this is your webinar, How to Earn 1K with Python with the Earn While You Learn method in less than 90 days, even if you are a complete beginner right now and can't write a single line of code. Before we start, please turn off everything in the background. Email, Facebook, Netflix, any distractions. Silence your phone. I want you to be able to get maximum value from this webinar. All right. Make sure to stick around to the end because I have a bonus for you. Actually, I am going to give you an opportunity for 2 special bonuses, okay? Bonus number 1 is going to be my $20,173 Craigslist ad swipe copy that I'm going to be giving to you. This is going to be the ad that actually I used to get my first client that paid me $20K in less than 2 months of work with them. I will also be giving you bonus number 2, the Profitable Programmer Portfolio plus video guide. So you're going to get an opportunity to get this as well, okay? So you can see that this is a pretty professional looking portfolio. We work with the top Python freelancers and programmers in the world to come up with a portfolio that could help you land a job. I want to share something funny that happened to me a few weeks ago actually, and I made $1,000 by accident. Can I share this with you? All right. So I posted an ad on Craigslist, okay, and this was on November 16th, and you can see the email. Somebody said, so they saw my ad and they said, I saw your post on Craigslist. blah, 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 blah. And then they pretty much said, my background is finance. I'm studying for computer science. Let me know if you can do this and have a good day at the end. Okay. So basically, I posted this ad for actually my students in the Profitable Programmer course in the private Facebook group. And I made this ad go live. And on Craigslist, you can have only an ad go live for 3 days max. And so I made this ad go live so I could share this with other students, my Craigslist ad swipe copy. And when I made it go live, during those 3 days, I actually got a client who ended up paying me $1,000 if I had chosen to work with them starting at November 16th. Hi, my name is Rafe Kazi. I am a goofy kid at heart. I am the founder of Clever Programmer, which is right now the fastest growing coding channel ever. We have over 100,000 plus students enrolled in our coding programs in less than 1 year. And I've been a 6-figure Python freelancer while at Oakton Community College as a 2.0 GPA student, okay? And I found out there's a system that I discovered, and I found out that it works better for even better for other people, because I had to discover it through a lot of trial and tribulations, and I'm here to share that with you in what I hope is going to be in the clearest way possible. Now, I discovered this the hard way, and you're going to get to cheat and get the easy way, okay? Is that something that you guys want, the easier way? Hopefully, that's obvious. Now, do you want the easy way that saves you time, money, and frustration? Hopefully, the answer there should be obvious as well, right? Is that something that you would like? And before I continue, this is something I tweeted out actually just a few days ago, and people really liked it. By the way, on my Twitter, I get 1 like per tweet. I don't have that many followers, nor do I use Twitter, and I'm literally learning how to actually use this platform. So for me, getting 16 likes is the equivalent of blowing up. So I posted this, and it resonated with apparently many people. And I wanted to share this with you. I said, why aren't there easier ways to just run your code, right? And create a web app online? This is a serious problem. The barrier of difficulty for beginners is insane. It seems like you have to be a professional programmer to learn how to become a professional programmer. In the past, I went through lots of coding resources, but I didn't make much progress in them. Early 2015, I remember working on search engine on Udacity. And I was trying to create this perfect, or not perfect, but I was trying to follow along in this course. I forget the instructor who was taught by, but it's something along the lines of computer science, Python on Udacity. And they're trying to teach you how to kind of create a search engine. And it starts very simple with basics of Python. And I started I'm like, okay, this makes sense. But then less than a few days into the course, about a week in, the difficulty increases exponentially, and it got so hard, my brain was spinning, and I didn't know what was going on, and I would be bashing my head against the wall trying to get past one of the coding challenges. So it went from, we're going to be doing basic things, to now we're creating a web crawler that crawls Google Chrome or all the websites, and then does this, that, and the other thing. And I was lost, because here I am, a beginner, and they are trying to get me to do this advanced thing after about 1 week of basic stuff. And I didn't stop at Udacity, right? I kept going and trying to go to many different online resources: Udacity, edX, Coursera, Team Treehouse. I mean, the list goes on. And after trying to learn coding through many random online resources for months, number one, I was spending countless hours without making any progress. Number two, I didn't learn how to actually get clients from coding or make any money doing it. Number three, I felt completely lost, frustrated, and felt honestly like I was too dumb to actually become a programmer, especially with my GPA around that time in college. Like it was just reaffirming my beliefs. Do you know what I mean? For me, it was like reaffirming my beliefs. I was like, okay, I don't have a good GPA, and not getting a good, not being able to get a job or not understanding coding just makes sense because my friends told me I'm not good at math, and so there you have it. This is what I get for that. But after overcoming all this and actually becoming an instructor, and being able to help other people, as if they would hire me as their client, or I would hire them as my client, and then build projects for them, freelance for them, build real world software and charge good money for it, and earn a six-figure income. I realized there are three big secrets, and I want to share them with you. Secret number one, I'm going to show you my earn while you learn method to become a badass Python developer, even when you have no time or have a really busy schedule. Okay? Secret number two, I don't have to be an expert. Being a beginner can actually be even more helpful. So if you are feeling like you're a beginner, you're not an expert, you don't have years of experience under your belt, maybe you don't even think you're an intermediate in programming, I'm going to show you why being a beginner can actually be more helpful and more profitable for you. Secret number three I'm going to share with you is I can become a Python developer or a freelancer in less than 3 months without needing to read big fat textbooks, going through hundreds of online courses, or applying to hundreds of places to hopefully get one job. Okay, our process of getting jobs is so screwed up. Ask any developer, and essentially I went and got a college degree, and then I studied algorithms, and then I just applied to like tons of jobs, and then they got lucky, and that's how they got a job. But then for every one that does get a job, for other 99 aren't, because it's not a systematic, repeatable, reproducible process. What I want to show you is science, not art. I'm not going to show you, hey, apply to like 50 places and just throw your resume out there and hopefully you'll get something. Now, on to secret number one. You can be earning an income while learning Python, plus you can be earning as much as a full-time programmer, okay? Now, my first client, I'm going to share my story with you on Python coaching and getting a coaching client, okay? So this is one of the first secrets. This was a student. He was 22 years old, and I believe he was going to college at that time. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be able to just go ahead and coach this student. But in the start, when I got an email from him, it was like super complicated, the thing that he needed help with. And so I thought, I can't help him with all the things that he's asking for. But eventually, when I actually met with him, I realized that he was a lot more beginner than I expected. And so then I was actually able to help him. And because I was able to help him, he paid me hourly to coach him. And so coaching Python and coaching other people is one of the easiest ways to actually get in. Okay? So how is that possible? Get Python coaching clients. That's how it's possible. Okay? Now, what are Python coaching clients? These are the people who will pay you hourly to learn Python programming from you. Okay? This is the easiest way to kind of get your foot in the door. Now, before we continue into Python coaching and clients and all that, let's just touch on why Python, right? Why am I such a big fan of Python? So Python is a programming language. First of all, if you didn't know that, Python developers are highly paid. Okay, so the average salary for Python web developers is $117,000 a year. Python is a very popular language. So it's the 9 most in demand programming languages of 2017. Okay, so you can see that according to Coding Dojo, they rank Python right in there as one of the top programming languages. And it's actually going to be the top programming language going 2018 as well. Nothing really changed. and it's one of the easiest programming languages. And as this chart shows you, you can see that the top 39 US computer science departments are using Python the most to teach introductory courses. Now, what does this mean? Okay, so if you see over here on the left-hand side, Python is being taught the most now, then Java, then everything. The reason why they're teaching this is because there's such a high demand for this. And another reason why they're teaching this is because it's so easy to understand and learn Python, because it's a very simple programming language. So the great thing is that it's easy to learn, at the same time it's powerful. So you can build really, really amazing stuff with Python. Like, for example, Spotify is built with Python. YouTube is built with Python. Quora is built with Python. Reddit is built with Python. Okay, so again, YouTube and Google are built with Python. That's crazy. And so there's a really high demand. And even at NASA, they're using Python. So you can go from being a complete beginner to being an expert and charging good money doing Python. All right. So again, back to the secret number one, I can be earning an income while learning Python. So while you're a beginner learning Python, and you can actually be making really good income doing this. So let's just kind of break it down how this works. So at this point, you're like, Kazi, I'm interested coaching other students. How does it work? Okay, just walk me through it. So let's do that. So let's do some Python coaching income math. How does it work? One coaching client might be worth to you $400 a month, okay? Generally, with one coaching client, you're gonna meet with them about 4 times a month, okay? Or you can even meet with them more if you want to and if they want to. So I created this earning potential calculator for your coaching clients here for you, and you can see that if you have one coaching client at $50 an hour, okay, which is one of the lowest hourly rates you can charge as a Python developer freelancer, usually you'll go up to $100, $150 an hour. So I'm trying to calculate things with worst case scenario. So it's $50 an hour with 2 hours a week. If you're helping somebody, you can be making $100 per week. That's $400 a month, and that's $4,800 a year from just one client. Like, think about it, right? What could you be doing with $400 extra a month, or $100 extra a week, or $4,800 coming in yearly? And think about it. It's the best way to actually get better. You're helping somebody, so you're improving. And because you have to help somebody else, you have this accountability to get good at the subject that you're trying to teach. And you could actually prepare right before you even meet them. So let's say you have to meet them like on Tuesday and today is Monday. Well, on Monday, you can ask them what they need to learn and what they need help with. You could prepare for it on Monday and then go and help them on Tuesday, okay? So I believe that before you go down the path of becoming this ultimate freelancer and becoming a developer, sometimes that can take a little bit longer time. And in between that time, why not actually, as you're learning Python, coach and earn an income from it? Now let's look at the scenario where you have 4 coaching clients, which is, again, pretty simple to do. Especially what I'm going to show you later. And you can be making as much as $1,600 a month with just 4 clients, okay? And so let's say each client is at a different rate. So I have somebody at 50, 30, 45, and 75. You're coaching everybody for 2 hours. The total weekly income is $400. That's a lot. You could pay your Netflix. Like, let me ask you, right? I want to engage with you right now. Tell me right now in the chat, what would you be doing with the extra weekly income of $400 or extra monthly income of $1,600? Tell me right now. Okay, so this is really awesome, and I hope that you guys try to put something there. We actually just saw that our group chat on this page, if you're not watching it directly on YouTube, is not working. But I have a feeling that you guys probably say, let's see if somebody actually said something there in here. No, okay, no worries. So again, I'm just gonna share mine, right? I would pay for my Hulu, Netflix, the monthly services that I get, or maybe I would not spend time getting groceries, have somebody else get it, maybe a massage. So all those things would be nice. Plus paying all these bills that I have to worry about, I wouldn't have to worry about them. Some people are saying building custom PC. Some people are saying getting a DSLR. Okay, mutual funds. Some people are saying buying a microphone. Okay, for my YouTube channel with extra income, and I'd pay for some courses, buy a bunch of Udemy courses, right? So that's really the idea here. You can be doing a lot with this, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this and get started. So again, $19,000 from just 4 clients extra. So you could be doing a job and do this on the side, or you could go and make this your full-time thing, right? So now let's say that you have 2 coaching clients who you're coaching 10 hours a week. So instead of only 2 hours a week, you're working with them 10 hours a week. With just 2 clients, that's $5,000 a month, okay? And if you look at it, that's $5,000 a month and $60,000 in a year. And if you want to scale it up even a little bit more, this is actually the same one. But if you scale it up even more, right? So just think about it. If you have 4 coaching clients, maybe around this rate, you could very well be earning around $100,000 a year. And think about how much you're working. You're only working, in this case, 20 hours a week, right? For 2 clients. So with 20 hours, you're not doing 40 hours. You're getting to do something fun. It's just a 1-hour session that you have with them. And look at how much you're getting to do. You're learning Python. You're becoming better at it. You're becoming an expert. You could even put this on your portfolio. You can take their testimonials and put it on your LinkedIn profile so it'll actually look really good, while at the same time you're earning a pretty amazing income. Like I always say, you want to have not enough just for yourself, but everybody around you as well, so you can help them. Secret number 2 I want to share with you is you don't have to be an expert. Being a beginner can be even more helpful. Why do I say that? Well, think about this, right? If you're a complete beginner, you can relate more with other students. Has that ever happened to you where you have a professor who's been in this, who has like 30, 40 years of experience, but he can't like break something simple down to you? You're going, here's one simple thing that I want to do. And he just keeps showing you every complicated way on this planet that you don't need to know. Like I remember I wanted to learn video editing, and this professor started off teaching me it by first giving me a lesson on what sound waves are. Then he gave me a lesson on like physics behind how video signals work and how sound signals work. And I was thinking to myself, what the actual hell? Why am I learning this? I just need to pick up a camera and shoot, right? This is not Karate Kid where you want to ask how to become a fighter, a martial artist, and somebody makes you mop for 2 years, and then they go, okay, now you're ready, son. That shouldn't be the point, all right? So let me tell you a story again. My first student that I got was from this resource called Wyzant. So now what I'm going to do is, and please have something to write down with you because this is very important, and this can actually be very valuable and profitable to you, whenever you leave this webinar. So one of the resources is Wyzant that I used to get some of my coaching clients. And one of the students that I got, I was charging him $35 an hour, and that was back when I had just started coding back in 2015. Okay, so you can see that this student on December 13 at 4:30 p.m. he's an online computer programming lesson with Peter, who I told you about earlier. Okay, I was so nervous before I went in and actually helped him. I was kind of like sweating, and I was like, oh, I won't be able to help him. But then I found out that it was some really easy project, right? So he needs help with the final programming project, right? That's his message, and I was so scared. But I hit confirm, okay? So you can imagine this is one of my first students. I'm scared. I'm not sure if I can actually do it. I'm like, $35 an hour. That's so much freaking money. But okay, let's do this thing. And the thing that actually happened, right? So I was nervous going into the session, and his project wasn't even as hard as he put in his initial email where he says final programming project. It was simply, we just had to do some for loops, okay? So if you have done for loops or if then statements, for loops is just a way to like repeat things in programming. It's one of the most basic concepts that you'll learn very, very early on. If you haven't already, that's totally fine. But it's usually something that you can even learn as early as day one of your programming, okay? I learned that most coaching clients are actually complete beginners. So most of them that you're actually trying to help and teach, they don't really know anything and they're trying to learn. Okay, so even though they might use phrases that they found on Stack Overflow or online, and they're just regurgitating it, so it might feel like they're very advanced, but they're really not. Most of them are, usually beginners. Now, again, you might be asking, where can I get these clients? So one of the resources I've already shared with you, right? Wyzant. I'm going to share another resource with you, and this is called Craigslist. So this is something that should work all over the world, even though Wyzant, I believe is US specific. So here's a $50 an hour student that I got from Craigslist, okay? And it was my same Craigslist ad that got me my $20,000 client. And this student replied to me, and I just said, hey, my name is Rafik Kazi. Does tomorrow at 9 a.m. work for you at blah, blah, blah? And look, it's just a simple one-liner I sent him, okay? That's it. And I said, I look forward to meeting you. I said this on the 3rd of April, and he responded to me the same day, and he says, 9 a.m. it is. See you then. That was it. It can be that simple if you know the right step-by-step process. And boom, we locked it in at $50 an hour. And here's my Craigslist ad proof. So I linked it below. Okay. And what were our sessions like? Honestly, we would just go, I would meet him at this one library. We would sit down and here's a reality behind how these one-on-one sessions work. For about, honestly, if it's a 1 hour session, and he would do 1.5 hour to 2 hour sessions with me, or 2 hour sessions with me. And before I went to my college classes, I would meet up with him at 9 a.m. in the morning. And honestly, for 30 to 40 minutes, we would just talk about virtual reality, because that's what he was passionate about. We didn't teach any coding, nothing. He just wanted to talk with somebody and have a good time. And it was great. It was always engaging, fun conversations. And then at the end, last 20 minutes or the last part of the meeting, we might do actual coding for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Because a person's time span, they can't pay attention the entire time, right? They can only, at any given time, you can't take in everything. So it's not actually a good idea to just teach somebody for the total time, right? If somebody books a 3 hour session with you, if you teach them for 3 hours, they're not going to retain anything. So you want to only share with them only a few things. And what's important is that they actually take action on what you say if you're their mentor. So most of it was just us talking and having a great time, becoming really good friends. And Dan became one of my really good friends. We even went on a virtual reality meetup. I wish I had pictures to show you, but we went on a virtual reality meetup as well, and we would still meet after that, and we had our sessions for about a year. And I haven't done the math, but it must have been thousands of dollars I earned working with Dan. Okay, here's another example of a student that I got. Here I locked in a rate at $75 an hour, and this is a student I got from Take Lessons. So Take Lessons is yet another platform you should jot down. And look, it says, congratulations, a new Take Lessons student, Mikael, has purchased lessons with you. Beautiful. Here it's so simple. Honestly, if you have a good profile, students just come to you and it just says, do you want to accept them or not? That's it. So you put your price, you don't deal with anybody, you don't deal with any customers, you don't deal with getting client, none of that. They just come to you and you just say yes or no. Secret number 3. I can become a Python developer or freelancer in less than 3 months without needing to read big fat textbooks or going through hundreds of online resources or applying to hundreds of places to hopefully get one job. Now, before I continue, are you guys getting value out of this so far? How has this been so far? Are you liking it? Are you enjoying it? Shall I continue? With that said, let's move on. Most people think it's just learning to code for like 10 hours a day. Okay? So most people think that becoming a Python freelancer or developer in such a short time, it's like literally you're coding 10 to 20 hours a day, and that's kind of the only way. It can be, that's one way, but I'm going to show you a better way. In reality, it's by coaching others. Okay, so what's that missing step, right? Let's say you're trying to become a professional developer, so you're a beginner. Then from a beginner, you actually start doing some real world projects. That's step 2. Then step 3 usually is people try to get a job. Well, what about the step that comes before you get a job? How come entry-level jobs say you need 2 years of experience? What's that missing step? How can you be earning an income in between that time? Coaching others. And you become better in the fastest way possible by coaching others. You get to work with clients and get experience under your belt, okay? And you can take their testimonials and actually put it on your portfolio and LinkedIn. So that's, I think, pretty cool. So again, just to recap, why should I get Python coaching clients? Again, might be one of your things, right? Fastest way to learn coding. It's a shortcut to becoming a freelancer or a developer. You don't have to be an expert, just be able to solve other people's problems. You're making an income while you are learning coding. You get to work on real world projects with minimal risk, like I got to work on that student's final programming project, or I got to work with Dan on some of his virtual reality stuff. And you can work remotely or in person, so you actually don't even have to physically be there. You can work from your home. Literally, you can be sitting in your shorts, pajamas, whatever, chilling and have a session with another student or another client anywhere in the world. And it gives you extra time with your friends and family. Okay, that's ultimately the goal, right? You get to choose your own hours. So you don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. You can do it at 6 p.m. And let's say that it's 5 p.m. right now, and you know your friend is flying in, or your family or somebody from your family is flying in, and you just found out about it at 6 p.m. to meet you from another state, or maybe they're driving to, they want to meet you. You can call up that client who's scheduled to be at 6 p.m. and just ask them, hey, is it possible we can move that session over to 8 p.m. or maybe tomorrow? And because I was, for example, like cool with my client Dan, he would just say, no problem, fine. And so think about that freedom, right? I can go and do anything at any time. When somebody would text me, hey, you want to hang out? It would never be no. If I actually want to hang out with them, it would ultimately be a yes, and I would just shift things around. Okay? And again, you don't need to be smart or have any experience to get started coaching. You can be a complete beginner. And remember, I had a 2.0 GPA in college, and I was just starting out learning how to code. Now, in the past hour, or in this case, last 33 minutes, we went through it pretty fast. Would you agree it's been time well spent so far? Let me ask you that. Now, we can't cover everything you need in an hour webinar, even if we had all day. And I have some special offers for you so you can actually get everything you need to know. And if you act fast, I'm going to give you a very, very special deal today. Okay? You're going to be thrilled with this. Now, before I continue, this is what I wanted to give you in this webinar before I share with you an offer that I have for you. Can I continue and share this with you? I want your permission before I continue. Okay? Okay, with that said, awesome. Let me continue. So we have people, we have John and who do we got? Technotherapy. We have Victoria. We have Miroslav saying yes, yes, yes. Durandra saying great. Robert saying yes. Greg saying yes. It's been time well spent so far. Awesome. Let's keep going then. I'm going to introduce to you the Clever Programmer Agency. Okay? So your questions might be, hey, Kazi, how do I actually work with these clients? How do I work with them one-on-one? How do these sessions actually work specifically? You want all those details. No problem. You're going to get to see over my shoulder through my recorded one-on-one sessions with my clients. So I'm going to be giving that to you in the Clever Programmer Agency, okay? And this is going to be valued, this is valued at $1,250. I'm going to give you my exact email templates that I use to land clients. So you might be like, hey, what are the exact emails that you use? Or what is the exact wording that you put on your profile? Or how do you actually message them? How do you text message your clients? Not only to get these clients, but to actually keep them and get that recurring stream of income coming in, that stable income that we want, right? That reliability that we want. Because the last thing we want is insecurity and not knowing what's going on in our future. So you're going to have those exact email scripts and templates to make sure that you can lock that down. So I'm going to give you, again, word for word scripts to close clients, increase your hourly rates, accept them, or even fire your clients. Okay, so that's also going to be valued at $1,250. Now, would you like to find out how you can become a member in this agency? I have a special way for you to become a member in this agency, okay? And when you become a member in this agency, you get all of these things for no cost, okay? So the Clever Programmer Agency is valued at $3,750. And here's how you can get into this agency. The Profitable Programmer. How to create apps and land your first client with Python in less than 90 days. So this is our brand new flagship course that we launched around in November, and it blew up. We have tons of students that joined, and at this point we have almost 1,000 students enrolled in this course, and they are getting massive value out of this, and they're getting epic results. Now, I do want to share with you what makes this course different. So it's theory versus practicality. Online, on many other courses, on any other platform, Udacity, Coursera, edX, Team Treehouse, you can keep going. A lot of them focus on the theory of it, right? So before you start coding, how do you set up an environment? Before we talk about actually building a real world app and getting paid to code, they're going to make you do 100 different math problems on Project Euler, on HackerRank, teach you about algorithms, maybe want to teach you about data structures, command line, all this stuff, which is great, but it's not teaching you how to become a practical programmer who actually gets paid to code and works on real world projects. Boring versus fun. Most of these online courses, not all, but they're made by somebody, who's not very passionate about these subjects and is doing this to pay off extra bills. So think of a professor at a college who is a math instructor, but then on his side gig, he's teaching a programming course. And how much do we pay for those courses in our college? Thousands of dollars. Even at Oakton Community College, it was kind of, I had to pay, I think $300 at least, or $1,000, I can't remember. But when I went to UIC, I think it was definitely about $2,000 for my programming course where my instructor didn't really know anything. You want to learn from somebody who's passionate about this and teaches this, again, in a practical and a fun way. And most courses are focusing on money out of your pocket, okay? Versus this course focuses on putting money in your pocket. What does that mean? Most courses are not focusing on you getting clients. Most courses are not focusing on you earning revenue from programming. They just want to teach you the same old 101 stuff that's out there. and just regurgitate that, right? So what does that include? What does that look like? This course might look like Intro to Python. Let's learn variables. Let's learn if-then statements. Let's learn loops. Let's learn conditionals. Let's learn control flow. Let's learn syntax. Let's learn, just like all these things, try except blocks that everybody else teaches, and they would just go and look at other courses online and they just make the same Me Too course, okay? And all it does is you pay them and you don't actually earn a profit from it. So with that said, the enrollment is going to be closing on Thursday, January 24th, midnight at 11:59 Pacific time. So I'm only opening this for a small amount of people who actually came to this webinar. Generally, I keep this course closed, and we only do launches and open the course publicly every quarter, okay? So if you're here on this webinar right now, I'm going to give you your opportunity to join this. But that opportunity does end on 24th, and then you might not be able to join it for months. Now let's talk about what you're going to actually get, okay? So week 1, we're going to cover the mindset of highly successful developers. The first week, we're going to cover all the big picture things you need to know to become a badass developer. This is valued at $197. In week 2, we're going to build your Python freelancer portfolio with the Flask framework in Python, and I'll give you this portfolio and show you how to put it online so anyone in the world can see it. You can share it with your clients, your friends if you wanted to, and everything that we're going to add after week 2, we're going to put it on your portfolio. This week is valued at $197. Just think about it, right? Even if you had to buy a portfolio from WordPress, like a template, that would cost you about $150 or more. Except this is, not only do you get an amazing portfolio, but you're going to be getting full access to this portfolio, and you're going to be getting all the code behind it, and I'm going to show you, teach you how to change it. So this portfolio actually comes with the training series right inside of it. Week 3, you're going to be building a Python Django blogging app. So we'll build your blog plus deploy it online, and then we're going to actually put it on your portfolio that we built in week 2. So now you're learning the Django web development framework, and Django developers in Python, again, Django, Flask, they get paid $117,000 a year to do what they do. This week is valued at $197. Total value, $591. Okay? What you're going to get in week 4, we're going to build a to-do list Flask web app. So it's going to be a Wunderlist clone, and we're going to build this app using the Flask framework in Python. Then we're going to deploy this app online. Then we're going to put this app on your portfolio. That's valued at $197. Now, week 5, let's sexify your apps. So this week, we're going to learn some HTML plus CSS front end. We're actually going to learn Bootstrap as well, a little bit of JavaScript to make your web apps look really juicy. So this is going to be more about styling and how do you create something beautiful. It's going to be valued at $197. Week 6 is going to be the Profitable Programmer Social Media Toolkit. In this week, I'll show you how to set up your GitHub, LinkedIn, and Facebook as a Python developer to get job opportunities and attract clients on autopilot. I got tons of recruiters to hit me up and get job offers from just my social media presence. And this is before I had a YouTube channel. Now I might get hit up because of my YouTube or the online business that Clever Programmer now is, but back then I didn't have any of that. And that's how I would actually get a lot of my clients too. So this week is valued at $197, and the total value for this is $591. And then week 7, Profit with Python, plus get your first paycheck in 90 days. Now that you're ready, in the last week, I'm going to show you where to go to get your clients, how to attract them, and build projects for them that they will pay you for. So this is one of the most exciting weeks because you're gonna actually learn how to profit with it, and you're gonna run along, and by this week you're gonna be actually earning an income. Okay, that is the goal. If you apply all the strategies that I'm going to share with you this week, you should be earning an income. Okay, this week is going to be valued at $2,997, because think about it. If you get one client at $50 an hour, right, or you get one freelancing client, you're going to be making more than $3,000 a month. Okay, if you get two clients, you're not going to be making $5,000 or more per month. Here's what some of our students, the successes that previous Clever Programmer students have gotten. Okay, so this is Nazar Mali, who was actually in my older course, OOP, and he says, I was working as a freelancer since 2014 before I joined this course. I am a senior CG generalist, and after taking your course, I took a task that was taking a team in Brazil 7 days to complete, and I automated it with Python in 4 hours. So he goes, basically I made $1,200 in 4 hours. Good job, Nazar. And wouldn't it be nice if you could make $1,200 in 4 hours of your work? Because at the end of the day, if you're working on a value-based project, right, think about it, people don't care how long it takes you as long as it can get done. So this was a really complicated task that was taking the team in Brazil, a lot of manual hours and labor to do it, whereas he was able to automate it. So with 1,200, I could be doing a lot. I know that. And if you're trying to get that DSLR or trying to get that extra income, then that might actually be really awesome for you, right? I think that's really cool. So I had two options. My first option was I could go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many of these courses as possible, but it wouldn't really incentivize me to really stack the value on this course and give you the best that I can. My second option required a little bit of a higher investment, but in exchange, I get to devote more resources to guarantee your success. So meaning you'll have more access to my expertise on this subject. You'll have more access to our team at Clever Programmer. And that wouldn't have been possible if we just had like thousands and thousands of students, right? Now let me show you who else this has worked for. So look at what Afreen says. She says, I saved my company at least $23,000 with Python after taking Kazi's course by customizing my company's laboratory information management system. So she saved her company $23,000 with Python. Do you think that she was more valuable at her existing job? Hell yes. Okay. So if you're a freelancer like Nazar Mali, or you're somebody who's a professional web developer, this can make you more valuable. And if you're more valuable, you can get a promotion or you can get a higher pay. Okay. Another person this has worked for is Kitty, who's one of our star students. And she was actually my first student at Clever Programmer back in January. And she says, before I started your Python course, I had no idea what I was doing with my life. Just after a few months, I was offered an extension on my paid internship where I used Python and Django to build projects. Now I can work remotely and travel while doing what I love. So isn't that pretty cool? Getting to travel, getting to work on meaningful projects with Python, Django, and put them online. Take your ideas from your head and share them with the world. I think that's pretty cool, right? So now, either at this point, most people, and you either might be saying money, is it going to be money or excuses? Okay, so you're either going to invest in this course and in yourself, or you might actually make excuses. And sometimes we actually do that. Just to recap what you're going to be getting, again, the Profitable Programmer, all of those modules, they're valued at $4,179, okay? So all of the modules combined. The total value is $4,179. You're also going to be getting access to the Profitable Programmer private Facebook group. So from zero coding skills to when you land a client and need help, we're all here for each other. So maybe in the Facebook group, you're going, hey, I'm about to land a client. What should I say to them? We'll tell you that. You're saying, hey, I'm going to be working with this client and I need to do what technology should I use? What framework should I use? Should I use Django or Flask? We will help you with finding out the answer for that. Okay? So the idea is not to provide code for you, right? And make your life just, we're doing your homework for you, but we're here to guide you, support you, and we're all here to motivate each other and get to the next level. So whether you're a complete beginner or you're already somebody who's getting paid to code, the value for this is at $197, and honestly, this is probably going to be a lot more, right? Worth a lot more. Plus, I'm going to be giving you some bonuses. So bonus number 1, you're going to learn how to start your own software as a service company and explode with $0 spent in marketing. And this is going to be an interview with Amjad Masad, who was one of the founding engineers of Codecademy. You might have heard of it. They get millions of visitors per month. He has worked at Facebook as a software developer, and he has founded Replit, which is now used by Google, Facebook, UC Berkeley, and Hack Reactor, and much more. So you're going to get this interview. This interview is going to be valued at $497. Bonus number 2, you're gonna learn how to become a top Python coach. This is going to be an interview with Jessamine Smith, one of the top coding mentors on codementor.io. So again, since you want to learn how to become the best mentor, why not go to the best mentor and learn from her? She, as a software developer, she has over 15 years of experience as a Python, Django, full stack developer. And you'll learn how to get coaching clients plus land work as a Python freelancer from her. And her ratings are just like phenomenal. And I've personally worked with her for over a year. And this interview is valued at $97. So just to recap, here's what you're going to get. All of the Profitable Programmer modules or weeks at $4,179. The Clever Programmer Agency valued at $3,750. The Profitable Programmer private Facebook group valued at $197. Bonus interview that shows you how to launch your own SaaS company at $497. Bonus number 2, you're going to learn how to become a top Python coach valued at $97. And the total value is $8,720. Now, what could this mean for you? Let me ask you that. How much would one coaching client at $50 an hour mean for you? That would be $12,000 a year, my friend, right? One coaching client at $50 an hour, maybe you're doing 5 to 10 hours of work with them. That's an X amount. That's, $1,500, $2,000 a month, and it's going to be about $12,000 a year. How much would one freelancing client at $50 an hour mean for you? If one of the freelancing clients is paying you $2,000 or more, you could be making $24,000 a year with one freelancing client. An average Python web developers make $117,000 a year, and you get to impact millions of people and their lives with the code that you actually write. So think about Amazon, think about Instagram, think about Facebook, right? That's actually code that's running on the web, and look at how it's changing people's lives. Now, if you were to hire me, right, to walk you through from zero coding skills to learning web development, to helping you get coaching clients, to helping you then land freelancing clients, it would cost you way more than $15,000. Okay? That's a lot of money, but wouldn't that still be worth it? If I could just literally take you by your face in a non-violent way and just go, here's exactly what you need to do to become a web developer, to get clients. Like, I literally just step by step help you get clients. I'm sitting right there with you and texting through your phone to help you get clients. And in 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 months, you're earning that income back of that investment back of $15,000. And in that whole year, maybe in your first year, let's say in worst case scenario, right? You make $30,000 or $50,000 in that year, and then you go on to start earning $70,000 or even $100,000 or more a year, and you now know the tools to do that. Would $15,000 be a lot? Honestly, not really. Now, let me ask you, what is it worth to you? One client. What is one client worth to you? $5,000, $15,000, $25,000 a year? Maybe more? How much would you pay to get a client that pays you $5,000 a month? If you could guaranteed get a client at $5,000 a month, knowing that, how much would you be willing to pay somebody for that, right? And you know at the end of this year, you're going to make $50,000 or $60,000 from this client alone. So you can see why this would be a good deal at $8,720, which is currently everything that I've outlined for you, right? Because you're going to get such a high value return on investment. And again, this entire thing is about return on investment. But because, my friend, your face is so beautiful and you're so special, but to be honest, because you're on this webinar, you can get started now for just $397 today. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. Click the Enroll Now button below, or you can sign up here and to pay in full, and then also to have the option to pay with PayPal. Go to this link that says cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal. Okay, that's what I want you to do right now. So if you're, I don't know if you're watching this on YouTube, the links are in the description, might be in the chat. If you're watching this somewhere else, then there should be a button below. Click that. And then we also have the 3 payments of $160 option. So you could pay over the course of 3 months, and you can go to cleverprogrammer.to/go. So again, this course is at price at $497, but for today, this course is going to be $397 because of the webinar. Now at this point, you have 2 choices, my friend. First option, you can do nothing, not take this risk, right? Not take this leap of faith, by the way, which is 100% risk-free, and you can just leave this webinar right this second. You can just hit X and leave this. But, and literally apply all these strategies I've shown you, and you would get there fast. Or you could even take a shorter cut and get there faster by what's going to be offered and shown to you in the course. Second option, again, is make this small investment today compared to all the value you'll get in return and just give it a shot, right? If it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back and you'll get it. It's literally that simple. So I even have a 60-day money back guarantee for you, okay? So just show me that you put in the work and I'll give you back your money. And if you actually get this in the next 30 minutes from now, I will also give you my $20,000 Craigslist ad bonus. That's the only opportunity you're going to have to get the Craigslist ad bonus, and you're not going to find that opportunity anywhere else. If you email me, if you say I'm going to pay you $1,000, Kazi, to get that ad, get my hands on that specific ad that worked for you to get you $20,000 from just one client, and then also to get you thousands of dollars of more clients, and even by mistake make $1,000 by getting a client. So if you buy it now, you're gonna get it, and I'm gonna start the 30-minute timer now. Here is the tale of 2 people. You have somebody who takes action right on the right hand side, and you have somebody who just, you know, we usually have 2 types of people coming to these webinars or these trainings or whatever. And we have people who just want to watch, just want to passively observe and just obtain this information. So we have people like that. But then there are people like us, right? You and I who are on this webinar, that you know, want to actually take action and want to actually apply this, not just sit back and passively watch. Like you coming to this webinar and signing up and then actually following the link and reading the emails and showing up here on the right time tells me that you're somebody who wants to take action and actually make a change. Maybe make a change in your life, in your family's life. If you can earn that income, couldn't you help out your family more? Maybe your friends, maybe just have some extra for yourself, maybe for your kids, right? So you want to be somebody who takes action. And so I urge you to get started now instead of waiting. So go to that link below, cleverprogrammer.to/go. Okay. Again, if you buy this course in the next 30 minutes, or at this point it's 28 minutes, right? I'm going to give you my $20,173 Craigslist ad swipe copy. That's how much this ad generated me from just one client. Overall, it probably generated about over $30,000 or $40,000. Now, here's what you need to do next, okay? Go to that link, cleverprogrammer.to/go. Here's step 1. Go to that link, select credit card or PayPal. You can choose whichever one. Put in all your information. Select your month, select your year, and I want you to click this button to buy the course now. Then, step 2, you're going to get a confirmation email with your account information to access the Profitable Programmer course. It's really that simple. And step 4, or sorry, I skipped that step. Step 3, once you are in, enjoy the welcome aboard section and click the link to join the Profitable Programmer private Facebook group. So many P's. Step 4, woohoo, my friend. Congratulations, you are in. Go now, get started. $397 for today. Honestly, it's a steal compared to all of the value that you get out of this course. Click the button, sign up here, cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal, or for the 3 payments of $160 plan, go to cleverprogrammer.to/go. Enrollment closes at Thursday, January 24th, midnight. Okay, so that's what, in 2 days from now, enrollment closes. So make sure that you're there, and all the bonuses are going to expire. So normally this course is $497. You're going to get it for $397. And if you don't join it now, 1, you're not going to have the opportunity to join it again. But when I open it later, it might be priced a lot higher than $397. Especially once the students are coming in and getting these results, it's likely that the price of the course will increase. Okay, so you have 48 hours from now. Oh, by the way, you're not going to get the Craigslist ad swipe copy if you join outside of this webinar. So if you are on this webinar, honestly, it doesn't make sense not to just join now. That way you get the Craigslist ad swipe copy for free. Now look, every month we spend money on stupid stuff. We'll buy popcorn, we'll go to movies, we will buy chips, and we will buy, you know, I mean, gym membership is not a stupid thing. That's a good thing. But there are a lot of things that are just like luxury. Like I bought this stupid wallet that when you click it, it pops out all these credit cards in a really nice way. And it's really stupid. Now I'm looking at it, I don't even use it. I just use my regular wallet because it has like this metal stuff inside of it. I'm like, why should I use it? So I just threw it in the garbage, and I paid $70 for it. And I didn't throw it in the garbage because I'm like, oh, I have so much like extra cash. It's just, it's a hassle to sometimes send stuff back. And that's my example of just stupid spending. We all spend on things, right? There are certain things we spend extra on. I have a friend who loves Supreme stuff, and he'll pay $70 for these shirts that I don't like and I think honestly look stupid. But to him, it's really important. To me, that stupid wallet was really important. What is, you know, you could be spending money on stuff too. All I'm asking is, hey, make an investment in an asset which will likely earn you an income back. Whereas if you spend money on wallets or shirts, that's okay. Movies, that's okay, and that's fun. But you're not earning money back there, right? That's just a liability. So that's all I'm asking. for you to invest in yourself. Also, here's another bonus that you're going to be getting: how to start your own Python online brand. So this is going to be an interview with Justin Mitchell, who's a CEO of Coding for Entrepreneurs. He's a full-time developer, and he's a top Udemy instructor with over 325,000 students. And he's a YouTube content creator with over 59,000 subscribers. So Justin Mitchell and I have an awesome interview, and we're going to be sharing that with you guys in this course. And that's one of the things that you don't want to miss out on. And we talk about how to start your own online brand, and you'll be able to learn that step by step from this interview. The value of this is at $500. Bonus number 4, Insider's Guide to Landing a Job at a company like EA Games, Microsoft, or even Square. This is an interview with Marius Buliandra. He worked at EA Games, Microsoft, and Square actually. And we break down exactly how you can work at companies like Microsoft starting from zero coding skills. So we literally take his experience, reverse engineer it, and go through the process step by step. We break it down in so much detail that we take it from an art to a science to get a job in these companies. All right. So that's an interview definitely that I think you're going to get a value from, or a lot of value from. And this is going to be valued at $300. Now, there's so much information out there, but information alone isn't going to help you, right? So what's the real problem with all those online free course websites? They're great. First of all, I just want to start out by saying that they're good. I learned from them. But if I showed you my learning journey, it's very confusing. I went to Udacity to learn about Python. I went to Coursera to learn about algorithms. I went to edX to learn about machine learning. I went to Codecademy to learn about web development. I went to Coding for Entrepreneurs to learn Django. And it's just spread across like a million different places. And then forget about how I learned how to coach. That happened because I had experience teaching people chess and coaching people chess. And so I thought, why shouldn't I just coach people programming? So it's a very confusing path, and it's not very repeatable, and you can't reproduce it and get the same results every single time. And that's really the problem with so much information out there, with all these online free courses, that you can get sucked into this wormhole of information, but nothing is actually helping you take action, boost up your income, and do it in a time frame of 3 months. Like, what's your end result? Is this just, if you just want more information, then leave this webinar and go get more information. That's it. But if you want actionable steps and a path you can follow to land a job, get freelancing work, or get coaching clients in as little as 90 days, then this is a path that I have for you. Okay? And I've set it up for you in this course. Here's another bonus that you're going to be getting in this course: how to become a Python consultant. This is an interview with Nick Drain. He has worked as a teacher at Full Stack Academy, which is a coding bootcamp, and it's one of the best coding boot camps. He's a badass Python consultant. He was my personal mentor, who's helped me become a developer in a much shorter amount of time than I would ever hope. And you'll learn what it takes to be a badass Python consultant from him when you are ready. Okay? And that's what this interview is going to help you with. And he charges upwards of $300 an hour or more. And you'll learn how to do that as well. So this interview is valued at $300. Here's bonus number 6: how to attract Python clients with Facebook ads. So this is an interview with Billy Bross. Teachable, which is a multi-million-dollar company, rated Billy as the number one recommended Facebook ads expert. And Billy is actually currently my business mentor. So him and I have been working really closely for the last 1 year, and look at how much we've grown Clever Programmer together, right? We went from 0 students to over hundreds of thousands of students, and we have millions of viewers on our platforms. And we are now a really big company. And it was actually with his help. So Billy and I, we break down how to set up your Facebook to magnetically attract clients for Python. We also go into Facebook ads if you want to amplify your results with paid traffic. What does this mean? We will show you with Facebook how to attract clients for $0. And then once you start earning an income from getting clients, doing coaching, doing consulting for Python or freelancing or getting a job, whatever it is, with that earned money, okay, newly earned money, and if you want, we will show you how you can use Facebook ads and paid traffic to even amplify your results further. This is going to be valued at $2,000. You're literally going to be getting these clients on autopilot, right? Again, you have to put in the work. It's not like you are not doing anything. You're still putting in the work, but it's just that we'll show you a strategic system that will then get you these clients and leads on autopilot. So you can get started now for just $397 today. All right, click the button below or sign up here. Go now. If you're still here, you shouldn't be here. Go to this link and join the course. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Go to cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal. And again, 3 payments of $160, and you have 17 minutes left. And if you join it now, you'll also get my Craigslist ad swipe copy. Now, remember, money replenishes. Okay, so think about it right now. You might have a job, you might have a freelancing job, or I don't know, whatever kind of, or maybe you're currently at a full-time job, but you're getting money every 2 weeks or every month, right? No matter where you spend it, you could buy watches with it, you could buy a DSLR with it, you could buy an iMac, you can buy keyboards, hard drives, you could buy tons of food, theater. But isn't that kind of cool that money will come back, right? So if you got paid $1,400 and you literally use up all that $1,400 and go to $0, 2 weeks later, you're still going to get that $1,400 check or $1,000 check or a $500 check, whatever it is. Isn't that cool that money just replenishes? But think about it. Does time replenish? Does your time come back? Time doesn't, right? So it would be cool if it did, but unfortunately, time doesn't come back. It goes away. So what I'm asking is you invest a replenishable resource and get this course to earn back more of what you can't get. Time. Because I don't want you to waste your time with hundreds of online different resources, confused, frustrated, like I was. I want you to get to the heart of it as fast as possible. And that's why I'm asking you, hey, invest in this course right now, right here, today. Let's go, jump in. Let's make it happen. Now, here's what you're going to get. Just to recap, you're going to be getting the profitable programmer modules valued at $4,179. You're going to be getting access to the profitable programmer private Facebook group valued at $197. You're going to be getting the Clever Programmer agency valued at $3,750. You're going to get an interview on how to start your own software as a service company with $0 in marketing at $500 value. You're going to be getting an interview with Jessamine Smith on how to become a top Python coach at $97. You're going to be getting an interview with Justin Mitchell on how to start your own Python online brand at $500 value. You're gonna get another bonus interview with Marius Bulliandra on how to get a job at companies like EA, Google, Microsoft, valued at $300. And you're gonna be getting another bonus interview with Nick Drain, my personal Python mentor, and he'll show you how to become a badass Python consultant who can charge upwards of $300 an hour. This interview is valued at $300 or $297. And then another bonus you're going to get is an interview with my business mentor, Billy Bross, who will show you how to become how to use Facebook ads to magnetically attract clients and even amplify those results with paid traffic. This is valued at $2,000. So in total, you can see why at $11,808, this is an amazing value for what you're going to be, even at $11,808, all this stuff is extremely valuable. Again, one client could mean $5,000, $15,000, $25,000 in a year, and that's just one client. So even at this price, it would be a steal. Also, you're going to be getting the Profitable Programmer Vault. Okay, so we have interviews with the best developers in the world. We have bonuses with developers from Google, Codecademy, Facebook, Replit, and we have interviews with founders of coding startups, best Python freelancers, and the best Python coaches. And all of those bonuses will actually be stored in the Profitable Programmer Vault, and that's actually something we'll keep adding more and more things to. Okay, so as we add more things to it, the value of this course will increase. So again, here's what you're getting. The Profitable Programmer modules valued at $4,179. Profitable Programmer private Facebook group valued at $197. The Clever Programmer Agency valued at $3,750. The Profitable Programmer Vault, interview bonuses plus more, valued at $5,502. The total value is at $13,678. Okay, because there are some interviews that I haven't mentioned, like the interview with somebody from one of the best developers from Google, who shows you how to become a Python, who is using Python literally every single day. So money is good. Money is just a tool for exchange. You use money to get something. The things that we feel safe spending money with are things like, or sometimes even crazy things like spending on college, right? Think about maybe some of the college loans you might have, or you might have heard other people have, and they'll invest so much money into the course. Nobody ever says, whoa, you invested so much. And then these students don't even get results. They'll graduate with degrees, literally walking around jobless. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen, okay? So we want to make sure that money is just a tool for exchange. You give it to get something back, and in this case, you're exchanging it for time, your time, which is very valuable, and you can't get more of it. And you're only investing a replenishable resource like money to get this course, and therefore get more time for yourself. So you can see why so many students are joining Profitable Programmer and taking advantage of it. And right now, we actually have a ton of students joining the course, okay? And they're also sharing their reasons for why they're joining this course. So I want you to go ahead and get started now for just $397 today. Click the button below or sign up here. Go to cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal, or you can do 3 payments of $160 at cleverprogrammer.to/go. Now, before I jump onto a live Q&A, we're going to be, and by the way, you only have 11 minutes left to get the Craigslist ad swipe copy, okay? So you're still going to get that $20,000 Craigslist ad swipe copy if you join now. Some frequently asked, before we actually get to that, I just want to say that you do have a choice to make here, okay? So this is the time. You can do this the fast way, or you can do this the slow way. What do I mean? You can be a developer that charges $30 an hour in 30 years, or you can be the developer that charges $100 an hour in 3 months. So one of the developers that I worked with, and he was actually coaching me in 2015, and his hourly rate with the company he was working with was $30 an hour. And I asked him, and I said, hey, how long have you been working as a software developer? And he told me that he started well before I was born. So I said, okay, well, can you tell me how many years? And he goes, I've been working in this industry for 30 years. And after our meeting was over, I sat there and I went, 30 years? And this guy is making $30 an hour? And at that very same time, while I was getting coaching from him, I was charging $100 an hour in just 3 months. So a lot of the times, it's not your experience or how skilled you are, but how relatable you can be and the people that you're actually helping, right? And what you're helping them with. So for me, I was finding the right clients and I was helping them in the right way. And that's why it only took me as little as 3 months to do this. And I could charge $100 an hour. Again, you can get started now for just $397. Go to cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal or do 3 payments of $160 at cleverprogrammer.to/go. The button should be below you. The link should be below you. And also, maybe you're a little tight on... let's cover some frequently asked questions, okay? So are there recorded videos for this course? Yes, it's you get lifetime access to this course. Am I too old? Am I too young? Am I too dumb? Look, I was only, I was a young college student who had a 2.0 GPA. This happened for me in 3 months. Whether you're too old or too young, do you have 3 months? Do you have 90 days or less to give this a try? Do I need to know math? No, you don't need to know math. There are no prerequisites of that. Do I need to know Python? No. You can get started without knowing Python. Do you teach Python in this course? Yes. You will learn Python, you will look over my shoulder, and you will learn all of those things. How much coding experience do I need for this course? You don't need any coding experience. Even if you're a complete beginner, you can get started. Okay, now I know for some of us, maybe the check hasn't come in yet. Maybe you need a little bit more time. I totally understand. Here's how you can get started now. Okay, there's something called PayPal Credit that it gives you 6 months to pay for the course, and it says $497 here, but that's the usual price. Right now the course is $397, so for you it'll only say $397, and it'll give you 6 months to pay your $397s with PayPal Credit. Okay, great thing about it is that there is no interest if paid in full in 6 months when you spend $99 or more. Okay, and I did this process for you, and it's really simple. So you click the payment, and then PayPal, you click the PayPal button, PayPal checkout process starts. You scroll down, you say pay with credit. Then to approve your credit, all you need to put in is literally your social security number, or depending on the country you're in, I don't exactly know what you're gonna have to put there, but for US, all you do, I believe, is put in your social security number and just hit enter. And it checks your credit and then figures it out for you. And then it'll tell you what your credit line is, okay? Actually, I had my friend do this. So with this, you get full 6 months to pay and no interest, so that's pretty nice. What you're gonna get, again, the Profitable Programmer modules at $4,179 value. You're gonna get the Profitable Programmer private Facebook group valued at $197, the Clever Programmer agency at $3,750, the Profitable Programmer Vault, interview bonuses plus more at $5,552, and the total value is $13,678. You can get started now for just $397 today. Click the button below or sign up here. Go to cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal, or just do 3 payments of $160 at cleverprogrammer.to/go. With that said, let's jump on and do the Q&A, my friend. So I'm going to switch to my camera now, and we're going to just do this. You have 5 minutes left, by the way, to get the Craigslist ad swipe copy. So if you're thinking about it, do it now. Hello, my beautiful friend. Now it's time for me to answer your questions. Hopefully you asked some questions and now I will answer them for you. Okay? Let me take a look at them. What questions did we get? Okay, so one of the questions we got was how long will it take me to transition to Swift after learning Python? Because my ultimate goal is to do iOS apps. So that's a good question, Muhammad Berry. And the answer is that, look, programming is about concepts, not usually particular languages. So if you get good at one language and you understand the programming concepts behind it, to switch to another language doesn't take long. I'll give you an example. I had to create a project and I had to use JavaScript for it. I was really worried on that it was going to take me a really long time to learn JavaScript and that I wasn't qualified to help my client, except that I already knew Python and I was already good in programming, and it took me one weekend to build that project. I would literally just Google, how do you do this thing that I do in Python but in JavaScript? So it's the same way with Swift. You'll be able to really easily pick it up if you understand programming concepts. If you start with Python, the transition is very painless and smooth. Victoria asks, is it a hard inquiry on PayPal? I don't think so, but we can check for you if it does a hard inquiry on your credit card. So yes, it will do a hard inquiry. We just checked, and but it temporarily, what a hard inquiry does, for those of you who don't know, is temporarily lowers your credit score, but then over time it goes back up to where it was. Okay, so that's kind of a common thing if you're ever opening up any credit line or credit card. How long would it take to get the basics of Swift after you understand Python? To get the basics, you can learn the basics in literally 1 to 2 days. And to build a basic level app, you could do it over like a solid weekend. If you spend 2 to 3 days, so like let's say that you're comfortable with Python, you can build an app. If you want to transition to Swift, in one weekend, you should be able to put together a basic app. Okay. And when I say one weekend, I'm saying like if you spend 10 hours on Saturday and then 10 hours on Sunday, you should be able to build a pretty good basic app in Swift, following like online tutorials and guides, and then you get a hang of it. And then to make it proficient, that would take 1 to 2 weeks where it's becoming more and more natural. Okay. The course is recorded. So once you join, I know most of you are busy. So we had, I think Greg was his name. Or sorry, actually doesn't have a name. It's just guest. But if you're, and this course is made for people who are busy. So the lessons, the sessions and everything are pre-recorded. So you can watch it at any time, on any device, anywhere. Yes, 397 is the only payment necessary to take this course. And by the way, you have 30 seconds left. So I would advise that if you're interested, you join now so you can actually get the Craigslist ad swipe copy as well. Just say it to them that yeah, they can say, yeah, say here. You can ask here. So we're just waiting for some questions to come in before we jump off this webinar. Just want to make sure that all of your things are taken care of and that I answer everything to the best of my ability. Okay, so we had Jeremy join this course. We have Abdul join the course. Revant. We have Kimla. Let's see. So we have tons of students actually joining right now. And until we get a good question and answer, I'm just going to be announcing names.
Just answer this guy's question. Give him the analogy
of. Is $397 all that will be asked during membership? Yes, this is the only price. There's no like hidden price for anything else. Like everything I described in this webinar is $397 is the price for it. Yep. Oh, the timer started again. Whoops, my bad. I'm gonna end it because that timer is now off. So there you go. Sneaky timer, sneaky. You don't get infinite 30 minutes. There's only one window of 30 minutes. No, Fahim Faisal, I will not say your name. This is a completely offline live webinar. The recurring payment will be the date that you make it. So like for example, if you pay for the course today, then so if you get on the 3-month payment plan today, then the next payment is going to be on the 22nd of the next month, and then the 22nd of the month after that, I think, you know. So it's roughly exactly 30 days from when you joined. Recurring. Barch joined, and he says, and his reason for I asked him his reason for joining, and he says, being a programmer is a dream I've been having. I believe it is time for me to wake up and make it real. I believe Kazi is the best person to keep me awake. Okay, awesome, Barch. Welcome, and welcome to the Clever Programmer, Profitable Programmer family community. And excited to have you on board. I can see that I only get some, okay, Rudy, you say you get 1 week of learning Python with mixed fog. And I think what he's trying to say is that there's like a bunch of things mixed up, but only 1 week of really learning Python. So let's just break it down. I actually have a week in the course. It's actually week 0, which I haven't even shared here. But week 0 is a full-on boot camp on the basics of Python. So that's what week 0 is. Then week 1 is the mindset for developers, right? So that's we're not coding week 1. But week 2 is we're building a Flask web app. So that's with Python. Week 3, we're building a Django blogging app. Django is built on Python. So that's Python, and we're learning Python. And we're not just learning, we're actually putting this on your portfolio so you can actually have something to show and have a real result. Week 4, we're building another to-do list Flask app, again, online Python framework. And we actually even build a movie web app with Django in this course. Okay, so all these weeks are Python and building real world projects. And then after that, week 6, for example, is where we do the soft skill segment. And that's where we cover how to attract clients with your social media profiles. Then week 7, we learn how to profit with Python. Okay, so we have a bunch of technical weeks, 4 to 5 technical, full-on technical weeks, where we build projects with Python and then we put them on your portfolio. Okay, so I hope that that clears up some of your mixed fog. Surely that's a good question. How will I know when I'm ready to teach? Not only am I trying to learn Python programming, but my computer experience is very limited. How I learned to teach was actually I just like applied, and I'm like, oh, I got a job, and I was pretty nervous, and I was actually able to teach that person. I was like, oh, it's actually really easy what they want. But in this course, I will tell you exactly when you're ready, and I'll give you an assessment to know when you're ready, because I understand that that's a very common problem that, you know, our students are, they ask me all the time. They're like, hey, how do I know that I'm ready to teach, right? So I totally understand that, and I'll give you a step-by-step assessment to know when you are ready. Okay, so one of the things might be know the basics of Python. So in week 0, what we cover, the crash course, you need to know that. And after that, if you go through week 2 of the course, where we build a simple Flask web app, now you already know, honestly, more than like 95% of the people that will actually hire you on these online platforms. Okay, so that's usually enough. But I give you a very systematic step-by-step process on this inside of the course. If you tried to join during while the timer was running and you got an error, that's totally okay. We log it in our system. So even if you just email our support team at support@cleverprogrammer.com and tell us, we will take care of you. Okay, with that said, I'm going to be hopping off in about 1 minute. So if you have any questions, please ask me and I will answer them for you. Make them good. Okay, so again, if you are having any problems like payment is not going through, you're getting an error, PayPal is not working, I don't know, email support@cleverprogrammer.com, and again, we will take care of you. This course will not need any other programming language experience. There are no prerequisites that this course has. This course will teach you HTML, CSS, Python, Django. It will teach you about databases. It will teach you about APIs. And it will teach you about all of these technologies, like even Bootstrap. So you'll learn all of that in this course. But you don't need to know any of it before joining this course. Okay, with that said, thank you so much for coming to this live webinar. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. I hope that you got a lot out of this webinar, whether you're going to decide to take this course or not, but you should, and you should join this course now. I always want to leave you with something valuable, so even if you just step off this webinar at any given time, you can use these things to boost yourself and give yourself that unfair advantage. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, I love your faces, and I'll see you in the next video. And now it's time to turn off this live stream. Goodbye, my beautiful people.